Alright, so boom. Today we got a special one. The strange disappearance of Daquan. If y'all don't know who Daquan is, you missed out, gang. 2017, 2018 Fortnite, my nigga, this was the fucking GOAT. If you was too young, bro, you missed out, gang. Or you just wasn't playing Fortnite, you missed out. This was the GOAT. Like, if Daquan didn't stop streaming, Daquan supposed to be at least like top 5 YouTuber all time, bro. Like, he like the Derrick Rose of YouTube, gang. I ain't gonna lie. But I always wondered what happened. Like, I always knew bro was going through a lot of shit. He was the first streamer I ever heard that was going through like depression and shit. I really hope everything going good for him now, but we about to find out. Y'all hit that subscribe button, like, comment. We on the road to 1,000. Let's get right into this bitch.
Daquan's rise to fame was extremely fast, and he began streaming consistently in November 2017, but little did he know that he chose the perfect game at the perfect time, Fortnite Battle Royale. He'd start off with around 5 viewers, and only 1 week later, he'd already surged to a peak of 87 live viewers. Daquan was quickly attracting an audience, due to his high level of skill on the game, but it wasn't just skill. Daquan also had a natural talent as an entertainer, and people were drawn into his hilarious personality. Things started moving even faster, and the following week his live viewer count would skyrocket to 500, and more fuel was added to the fire when Daquan would randomly end up in a squads lobby with the then popular streamer Dakotas. The two would have instant chemistry, and Dakotas took notice of how good Daquan was at the game and would get him invited to the first Fortnite Invitational competitive matches. And in these games, Daquan would live up to the hype.
Bro, I really miss when Fortnite looked like this, bro. Like, niggas don't know, bro. Getting out of 8th grade, 9th grade, at the long day of school, bro, go hop on Fortnite with your bros, end up getting in 3rd place and being happy as fuck. Niggas don't know.
And go on to win many of these private tournaments. And with the lobbies being full of huge streamers that Daquan was wiping out with ease, it wasn't long before he saw even more growth. And by the end of December, he now had 5 invitational wins, 700 wins in public games, and had peaked at around 3,000 live viewers. This was absolutely incredible if you consider the fact that just 45 days ago, Daquan was streaming to 10 people. It was now 2018, and he'd continue grinding, going live every day, and by early February, he would reach 10,000 live viewers, with his YouTube now seeing 10 million views in a month. On top of this, he would also sign to the pro esports org TSM. In March, he would then break the world record.
Damn, bro. TSN Hamlins, bro, that was my nigga, bro. I used to fuck with Hamlins heavy.
For the most kills in one game.
I forgot about
April,
TSN.
He had solidified himself as one of the biggest streamers in the world, averaging 10,000 viewers every stream. Daquan would also collab with other huge streamers and would move to LA to live in the now iconic TSM streamer house.
Bro, look at this nigga, bro. Oh my god, bro. This is the pencil of doom, the high top feed of fucking doom, my nigga. Racer head, bro.
Alongside his
like
roommates Hamlins and Myth, who were also some of the biggest streamers in the world at the time, with the 3 often collaborating together on and off stream, creating even more buzz around Daquan. And his growth was
damn.
Together on and off
I
stream,
never peep how fucked up, bro.
Even more
Daquan, I never peep how fucked up your hairline was. That's why this nigga always wear a hat. I can't. My hair not done right now. Chill out, me. My shit don't look like that though. Guarantee you, I don't look like that though. Like, damn.
Around Daquan, and his growth was unstoppable. As by June 2018, Daquan would now peak at 150,000 live viewers. And when you consider he'd only been streaming for around 7 months at this point, this level of viewership was nothing other than jaw-dropping. And his YouTube channel would eventually peak in August 2018.
See, he tried to make it seem like Daquan first time streaming was on Fortnite, bro. That's not at all. Like, I remember watching this nigga like religiously, bro. I used to watch this nigga all the time on Twitch. Bro was playing way other games before Fortnite game. Like,
with 68 million views, and Daquan seemed to be happier than ever. However, in this very month, Daquan would reveal details about his past and how he'd previously had serious struggles with his health and had been battling depression.
Yeah, so like I'm 20, I had a really high paying job. I was just having the time of my life, man. And then I got extremely sick. I was sick for 3.5 years. Very, very, very sick. I had to quit my job. I was literally just sitting in my bed. It was just severe nausea. At all times, it just felt like I was being stabbed in my stomach. And then 3 months went by, and 6 months went by, and then a year went by. And that's when I really started getting depressed. And then on top of that, I had my first lung collapse. I was literally in the hospital for a month just for that. To this day, I still never knew what was wrong with me, and I still have those feelings sometimes in my stomach. I don't know, I just kind of like fight through it and ignore it as if it's not even there. My entire life was just ripped from me, you know? So I was super depressed, man. Like, it was really bad.
Daquan still felt he hadn't fully overcome the sickness. However, he would fight through and ignore the pain and continued streaming consistently all throughout 2018, going live almost every day, consistently averaging 20 to 30,000 live viewers. 2018 would be an incredible success, and going into the new year, Daquan would set himself a New Year's goal of uploading daily content in 2019. However, that goal was
that nigga fucking lied. That nigga lied, bro. Daquan had to drop like probably 2 videos that whole year.
2019 would prove to be a troubling year for Daquan. For the first few months of the year, he would stream a lot less than the year prior and was often tweeting about his struggles with sickness. But things weren't all bad, as he was still fairly active and his streams were still doing amazing, averaging 20,000 viewers despite Fortnite losing some popularity. However, by the end of April, it seemed his health problems were becoming much harder to manage, as the following month he would only go live 9 times, with Daquan tweeting, "The worst type of stomach problems are the ones where you don't know what the cause is, so you're just always in pain/nauseated and don't know how to make it go away. Hopefully we'll figure it out soon. I'm trying." And unfortunately, he wouldn't figure it out soon, with him not posting a single upload to YouTube or going live even once for the next 2 months. And after 2 months away, he would eventually tweet about how he's feeling better and should be returning very soon. He stayed true to his word and had his return stream on the 10th of August 2019, going live to a peak view count of 80,000, showing just how many people had missed him. This was accompanied by a return to YouTube with a video titled, "Where Have I Been?", giving his audience an insight into his life and why he left.
Yo, what's good, everybody? I miss y'all, man. I miss everything. During my whole time grinding, I was dealing with all those health issues. Finding out what was wrong with me was a top priority this year, and that was the reason for my original break. And having all that said, things continued to go downhill. Exy, she ended up eating at a restaurant and catching E. coli. On top of that, she had a really bad reaction to
What the fuck is E. coli?
my original break. And having all that said,
like
things continued to go downhill. Exy, she ended up eating at a restaurant and catching E. coli. On top of that, she had a really bad reaction to the antibiotics that she was on. Balancing all of this on top of streaming a game that I started to find very unfun and more of a chore to play, it really sucked. Literally all the things I blocked out, all the things I ignored, all the stress I swept under the rug, it just caught up to me, you know? I just missed the feeling of waking up ready to play a game that I fell in love with, and I haven't had that feeling in a very long time. I started to dislike Fortnite once I started playing pro. It was just a snooze fest. I've gone through so much, but I'll be alright. I'm gonna be back super consistent on everything soon enough. I miss you guys, man.
Following this video, Daquan's girlfriend's health condition would get worse, and this seemed to impact his stream schedule, with him being very inconsistent throughout August. Daquan would then have a small run of consistency before disappearing again in the middle of November, and this was followed by a tweet where he would write about how bad his girlfriend's health had.
"My girl has a life-threatening health issue now, and I'm low-key destroying my mental state, man. We go to so many doctors and hospital specialists, and they have no idea what to even say to us anymore. I don't know what to do anymore. She needs help." Damn, now I feel bad about making that Coca-Cola joke. That's 2019. I hope she
become and how it was destroying his mental state. During his hiatus, Daquan would post a tweet longer in December 2019, writing about how it hasn't been his year, and in 2020, he would be back. But that didn't turn out to be true.
I think that nigga
and
dropped
despite
one
saying
video,
he'd be in
bro.
the full swing of things by January, he wouldn't go live or upload a single video until 26th of February 2020, almost a quarter of the way throughout the year. And if you thought that disappearance was bad, what follows is much worse. And Daquan would go live just twice more before completely disappearing for the whole of 2020.
Damn!
Not to mention, this was during the peak of the coronavirus, where he would have been likely stuck inside, with presumably not much to do, and streamers were now getting more views than ever, with Twitch seeing massive growth all around. But with no tweets, no streams, and no YouTube videos following March 2020, people were in the dark of where Daquan was, and it wasn't until November 2020, after 8 months, his fans would get any kind of answer, with a tweet writing how he felt better than he had in years. Many expected this to be his return, but little did his fans
No cat, Daquan. I ain't trying to be that guy, my nigga, but it seem like you Jason shit, gang. Like, I just don't even post saying you getting better. The game just dropped the video. Like, damn, it seems like every time the nigga say you getting better, shit got worse. Damn.
at the time. Daquan was, in fact, very far from returning. December 2020, he was ghost. January, February, March of 2021, nothing. Daquan had been gone so long, YouTubers began making video essays on his disappearance, with multiple viral videos. Daquan's fans had made it very clear that they wanted him back, with thousands of comments showing their support for him. However, Daquan would not return despite this outpouring of love, and was nowhere to be seen all the way until August 2021, when he would finally show he was still alive, with a mysterious tweet of the emoji eyes. And if you thought that after almost 2 years of inactivity, Daquan would
after
be
2 years, you gonna drop some eye emojis on niggas?
relevant, you'd be very wrong. People were more hungry for his content than ever, and it showed, with this tweet getting over 300,000 likes.
Damn.
And a huge outpour of massive creators showing their excitement. Something big was definitely coming, and this was followed by posters and billboards showing up all around LA, with Daquan and his former TSM teammate Hamlin's, with quotes such as, "Have you seen these streamers?" and "Find the streamers." This was followed up 2 days later by the announcement that Daquan had joined NRG alongside Hamlin's and 7 other friends to make a content house called the NRG Foom House. A YouTube channel was created for the group, with the first video titled "Revealing Daquan and Hamlin's New Content House," which quickly gained 3 million views and would show Daquan in his new $7 million content house. And a couple weeks later, Daquan would stream for the first time in a year and a half, seeing a peak view count of 90,000 live watching. But as is often the case with creators, if they have disappeared before and are notoriously inconsistent, they will often do the same in the future. And well, that turned out to be the case for Daquan. Despite huge money invested by the org, huge numbers pulled in new content, and Daquan proving he can still stream to a massive audience on Twitch, after just 2 months of uploads to the channel, the NRG Foom House would stop uploading. And it was over already. Daquan would also have his last stream of 2021 in the same month, and his last tweet before disappearing through November and December. This was so confusing. He just had this massive hyped return, and now he was already gone? What was going on? Well, viewers would eventually get answers in January of 2022, with Daquan tweeting, "Alright, time to talk about everything," and going live on his Twitch. This was accompanied by a video to his YouTube addressing everything. In the video, he explains all the problems with the Foom House, with the main issue being that apparently the internet was absolutely terrible, and Daquan's room had no hot water or heating, whilst his fans were showing support in the YouTube comments.
Nigga, you stayed away for that long, my nigga? That long could you know? Like, shit! Bruh.
Were not impressed by this video, with comments such as, "Zero credibility with this guy, came back for a paycheck, he just used his fans, streams and then disappears again. My favorite part was him complaining about how he had to sleep in the movie room. I hope I never experienced cold so bad in the bedroom of my mansion that I have to sleep in the movie room. If only he had enough money to buy an electric heater." Following this, he would tweet about how his nightmare was over. I'm going to mention how he was in the process of moving back to Vegas and couldn't wait to do IRL content. By February the 7th, he'd now moved in and had internet, but in his return stream, things were very different. He'd clearly grown very tired of Fortnite. After all, the game was completely different now to how it was in its peak 4 years ago, and Daquan would decide to stream a game other than Fortnite, seeing him play Lost Ark. And let's just say this change in content, accompanied by his extreme levels of inconsistency over the last 3 years, turned out to not go well together, and he'd see an average of 3,700 viewers, all whilst losing 500 followers. But then 2 days later, he would jump back on Fortnite, averaging 14,000 viewers and gaining 3,000 new followers, showing that if he just kept playing Fortnite, he'd still be one of the biggest streamers in the world.
Bro, that's the thing, bro. Nobody want... Bro, what the fuck was you even playing? What the fuck was this game?
Years turned out to not go well
Ain't nobody want to see this shit.
together, and he'd see an average of
What the fuck is this? Like, bro, this, like, I ain't trying to be that guy, but you could play this and, nigga, just throw in a little Fortnite. Just throw in, like, 2 games. Throw in 2, 3 games, get the fuck off, play this shit. Or play some other shit, like.
3,700 viewers, all
God
whilst
damn.
losing 500 followers. But then 2 days later, he would jump back on Fortnite, averaging 14,000 viewers and gaining 3,000
work.
followers, showing that if he just kept playing Fortnite, he'd still be one of the biggest streamers in the world. But despite the successful stream, Daquan would never go live ever again.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Bro, I felt bad for you too, gang. I still do feel bad, bro. I hope this nigga girlfriend cool. I hope he going better with his health and shit. But, nigga. That's what I mean. That's why I tell you, he was supposed to be the Derrick Rose of this shit. He was supposed to be the Derrick Rose of streaming, bro. You supposed to be the GOAT. I'm thinking your leg got fucked up. Know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you ain't play. Let me find out you just Jeff Teague and this shit.
Doing this stream, and since this moment, he hasn't gone live
For
in over
4
3 and a
years.
half
Bro, you have 4 million followers on Twitch, my nigga. Bro, it don't matter what the fuck you do at this point. All you gotta do is hit the live button. Like, goddamn. Niggas like me, like, bro, I don't understand, bro. I was really in this nigga chat. I was a Daquan chat warrior, bro. Every stream. You the first Twitch nigga I was watching. He was the first one. And like, damn, bro. They had to sleep in the movie room. They ain't had no good Wi-Fi. Nigga, go back home. That's one of them Joes you, alright, I can see you miss like a week. Man, I couldn't take that shit no more. Ain't no Wi-Fi. I told niggas to fix this shit. They ain't fix this shit. It is what it is. Alright, bet. But nigga. Then you were probably the biggest streamer in the house. Him and Hamlin's had to been the biggest streamers in that house. I showed. Where that shit at? Where that shit at? I'm not gonna be able to find it. Where that shit at? Like, come on, bro.
Views.
Come on, bro.
Showed Daquan in his new 7 million
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
house, which quickly gained 3 million views and would show Daquan in his
Nigga.
new
Who the fuck? You got Daquan, Hamlins, and the rest are fucking nobodies. You telling me you didn't get the biggest room? One of y'all niggas ain't get the biggest room? Y'all don't got the best rooms? This shit following my. Who the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy? No disrespect to them. I'm pretty sure they stream and shit to this day, whatever. But come on, bro. You telling me back whenever they took this video, y'all niggas ain't got the best rooms? This big ass fucking house, $7 million house?
content house. And a couple weeks later,
That just pissed me off.
dream. And since this moment,
That
he
just
hasn't
pissed me
gone
off.
live in over 3.5 years. With
Now you
not
got
a
sketch niggas thinking sketch made brother and shit, yo. Where could you just disappeared? Come here, boy. Niggas, you was the first nigga.
single
Alright, this shit breaking my
explanation
heart,
of where
gang.
he's been. No tweets, no videos, no Instagram posts, no streams, leaving his audience completely in the
Like,
dark.
what?
Throughout 2022 and 2023, fans would wait and hope for a return, or even just a tweet from Daquan to explain where he'd gone and if he was okay, but that would never come. However, there was an important development in November 2023 with the announcement of Fortnite OG being released, which would see the game revert back to its old original map, loophole and mechanics. This sparked a lot of hype around old Fortnite streamers who had reached huge viewership back in the early days of Fortnite. With fans wanting a hit of nostalgia, players like Myth, Tfue and Ninja were sure to see a huge influx in viewership, and this announcement reignited speculations of Daquan's whereabouts, with many wondering if this was the moment to encourage him to return to streaming. If he came back now to play OG Fortnite, it's highly likely he would have been streaming to a huge audience, and if there was a time to return, this was it. However, His old TSM teammate Myth would tweet, "Spent this morning thinking about how I'm gonna log into OG Fortnite without the real OG squad," clearly suggesting that he'd had no contact with Daquan, and nothing to suggest that Daquan would be making a return, which of course was heartbreaking for fans. After so long with no explanation, some fans would start to get emotional, as they felt they deserved at least a tweet to explain why he had left. And for the first time, some of his fans seemed to be losing their patience with Daquan.
Welcome to the NRG Thoom house, baby.
Waste of $7 million. Finesse all of your fans for millions of dollars just to leave again. I don't give a if you got problems, bro. I know damn well it's not big enough problems to not make a single tweet. Finesse all of y'all, bro, for money. I just find it so weird how you can put all of your friends in this house, have a $7 million house, and literally, like, leave your fan base and not make a single tweet.
Real shit, Ron.
Didn't he make a tweet about it? But Daquan just left. I don't understand that.
Right, that's weird as fuck.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're taking over.
This is exactly how I feel. They do not care about anyone on the internet, especially the people that got them where they are now. Straight scammed NRG2, said the house couldn't get stable internet.
Right,
However, some
that's
fans
your
were more
reason?
understanding, suggesting Daquan didn't owe anyone anything, and it was likely due to his depression or physical health issues that he had disappeared. On top of this, some streamers would also speculate as to where Daquan had disappeared, or why he disappeared.
The only scary thing about stepping away from content creation is if you step away, you might lose your passion for content creation. Like, you might realize that maybe it's not what you want to do in life. I think that happened with Hamlin's. I think that happened with Daquan. I think when they stepped away and they stopped making...
I just was seeing a fucking video of this nigga Hamlin's playing Arc Raiders with the peanut bull. I understand it, bro, depressed. I understand if you're going through some real life shit. Like, physical, mental, whatever. But, bro, when you got a fan base, that's like LeBron James saying, I ain't comparing Daquan to LeBron, but that's like LeBron just, in 2013, this nigga LeBron got up, said, you know what, fuck this basketball shit. And he just disappeared. And the niggas ain't never heard from LeBron again. Talking about, yeah, bro, I'm going through some things, man. Bro, what? You owe niggas, I ain't gonna say you owe niggas, but you owe niggas an explanation. Yo, bro, you know what? I'm letting y'all know this now, man. I'm retired from content. I'm out. This is just not what I want to do no more, man. I want to go to work in the steel fields. Like, whatever. I want to go sell tacos and I'm my taco truck. Whatever. But you ain't say shit. All you said was, yeah, know what I'm saying? We turn it up. NRG, fuck TSM, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know the nigga was a part of NRG. That's how bad that shit had to fail. I didn't even hear nothing about that shit. Nigga just disappeared.
Content, they realized, oh man, like, I don't really want to make content. And the only way you realize that is once you make that decision to walk away from it. Once you make that decision, you have time to think, to process things, to do things in your life.
Like, I really understand, because, bro, y'all don't know, bro, your boy making beats for a minute all around the city. You know what I'm saying? My beats was going crazy. I got some a lot of niggas. But when I stepped away, it made me realize, you know, that's not maybe what I want to do. For me, like, it was a lot of things that going around it. It's not really what I want to do. I'm pretty sure there's niggas out there follow my fucking YouTube account. It's like, damn, nigga, like, what the fuck happened to this guy? Like, he just disappeared on niggas? So I understand. But, nigga, damn, y'all still, like, I explained the shit. Like,
that you haven't had the time to do. So time will tell.
It's unclear what the reason is for Daquan's disappearance, but if I were to speculate, in his career, he would have likely made millions, if not tens of millions of dollars. So he had enough money to disappear and never have to work again for the rest of his life, especially when you consider he majored in business studies at college. Also, Daquan clearly had long-standing mental health struggles with depression and serious physical health issues too. And when you couple this with the extremely high expectations his fans hold of him, perhaps he found the pressure too much. And with enough money saved up, why not just go out at the top and focus on improving his mental and physical health? However, amongst all of this, it is hard to see why he couldn't take a very small amount of time to load up Twitter and even give a minor explanation as to where he's been and just tell his fans that he's okay. It's unclear if Daquan will ever make a return, but it's safe to say he will always be remembered as one of the greatest streamers of all time, and he won't be forgotten anytime soon.
Nah, Daquan, man, I really do hope you getting better, man. I hope your girl feel better, man. I'm just hurt. You know what I'm saying? As a fan of a nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Daquan was one of the first streamers a nigga really felt connected to in the chat, typing away. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, Daquan read my chat. Like that was the first nigga. Like 13, 14 when Fortnite in its prime. Like yeah, but I really feel like that's like damn nigga. Could at least told niggas, yo, bro, I'm fucked. I'm retiring. Like at least let niggas know. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, niggas thought Daquan died, all types of shit, bro. Like damn. But let me know what y'all think. Join the Discord down below inside the description, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button, follow, all that goodness. I appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully Daquan drops something this year. Hopefully he let niggas know, you know what I'm saying, what he got going on. Or at least like nigga shit. Start signing streamers. I don't know. Yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out this bitch.